What up, vigilantes? I'm out here enjoying nature. I'm in the Amazon, hanging out in a fruit forest, actually. There's guavas, strange fruit they're exotic trees, bananas, mandarins, enjoying life. I'm just really happy to be living in a moment in time when truth is coming out. And I think that it is very significant that we become ever more aware of the fact that we're a lot more powerful than what these algorithms may want us to think we are, or led you to believe that you are. You're very powerful. And you have to realize that when we talk about these blockchain networks, we're talking about network effects. And I want you to internalize something very real. The most important network is you. You are at the center of your network, and that network is called your life. So I need you guys to start living with more passion for your life, because there are people out there that are truly trying to destroy you, to destroy your life. It is really sad to see a place that's so beautiful as the people of the United States suffering so much tyranny right now. As of October 2025, flock cameras are all over in every city, every intersection. Every major intersection has at least two. So flock cameras are AI-powered cameras that are constantly surveilling every vehicle, taking pictures and video of every single vehicle that goes through every single intersection. And these cameras they plug in right into Palantir. The Ring camera that people use from Amazon bought out the Ring company, has a mesh network through its Bluetooth system. And they just unveiled an AI called Familiar Faces. It is facial recognition using AI. It is horrible. Now, every doorbell in the US is an AI facial recognition system that feeds into Palantir. And so the usual suspects are making people very upset and confused in not knowing, what to believe, who to follow, how to deal with these problems. And so they're blaming it on scapegoats, right? They're blaming it on immigration. And they're using immigration as the means by which they're rolling out Palantir through their Elite app, which is the tracking and tracing of everyone with a cell phone, where everything that you do in your cell phone is tracked and traced perfectly. They know exactly where you've been, your lifestyle, what kind of toilet paper you use, your social media, everything about you is known in real time. And as the Palantir CEO says, this is to keep you in good behavior, slave. Because that's how they think of you. It's really messed up, guys, to have to talk about that, but that's the truth. And as far away as we see ourselves going away from freedom and sovereignty and privacy, at the same time, we've never been closer to true freedom. And that's something beautiful I want to talk to you guys about. True freedom that comes from embracing the fullness of these technologies. And well, I'm going to repeat what I said last video. There's one aspect of these technologies that we call crypto, that the powers that shouldn't be and that really are not anymore, there's an aspect that they will never be able to compete in with us, and that is the peer-to-peer technology aspect. In the peer-to-peer world, we get to exchange value with each other voluntarily. And it is in this world that they will never be able to compete. We will always be able to create better products than they can. And the reason why is because they stand in their own way. What do I mean by that? Well, these megalomaniacs, these people, they are individuals who care very much about how they are always the rent seekers to make money off of you, where you're the product. Their world is never a peer-to-peer world. Therefore, we will always be able to outcompete them with peer-to-peer technology. Monero rising at this time is no surprise, because privacy is no longer a luxury. It is a necessity, and something that we all need, everyone needs in a state of surveillance. I mean, we really have Skynet, guys. We really have horrible, horrible Skynet. I have palm tree net. That's what I have. I have palm trees all around me. That's what I want to see in my sky. I don't want to see drones. I want to see parrots, amazing birds, nature. And, it's no wonder that the US wants to become more and more of an empire, because it wants to expand its virus of surveillance and technocratic dictatorship on the rest of the world. So it's good to be in a sovereign place. I'm in a sovereign place right now where people are free, and I'm just very happy to be here to breathing liberty, breathing freedom, something that it no longer really exists in the U.S. You know, it's really sad that I have to say this. I'm a big advocate for guns. I love gun culture in the U.S. That's the one aspect that makes the U.S. so wonderful, in my opinion, is gun culture. And I honestly believe that that's their game plan. Their game plan is to use the whole pretext of ICE and the illegal immigrants to roll out the technology necessary to hunt you down and take away your Second Amendment rights. And that sounds a little far-fetched for most of you, but honestly, guys, I study this, and that's exactly what I see as the playbook here. To have a dialectic where they position an opposition, and the opposition for it to be very aggressive so they can justify the next Democratic administration to completely do away with the last of your freedoms. Don't play into that. And the way you don't play into that is by embracing peer-to-peer technology, because we're not, politics now is not really a thing about, politics is no longer a boomer approach to settling disputes. It's technological. It is no surprise that the last 2 elections in the United States were won by those who embraced blockchain technology the best, or, the most. And that was Trump and Biden, even though he embraced FTX, right? That scam, right? So Bitcoin is the new politics. Crypto is the new politics. And when you understand that, you're going to realize that you have a lot of power in your hand. We all have a lot of power. We can do a lot. We can embrace a lot. We can accomplish a lot, as long as we educate each other and we understand that we're dealing with peer-to-peer technology, which is really the essence of everything that we do here. So here, let me go this way. So as I've been saying, truth is coming out, and now it's undisputable. And everyone knows that Jeffrey Epstein funded the core devs in the hijacking of Bitcoin. Therefore, in other words, BTC is Epstein vision. I know that sounds messed up. I know that sounds like, what the heck are you talking about, Raph? Guys, the truth is there. I've been talking about it for years. The first person on the internet to break it down was Jeff Berwick himself when he spoke to Luke Rudkowski of We Are Change during the first Bitcoin hash war. And so this is nothing new to me. This is nothing new to us at the Crypto Vigilante. A lot of analysts in the Crypto Vigilante don't agree with me 100%. I respect their position, but you just can't deny the evidence that has come out with the leaked emails of the Epstein files. That's undeniable. Like, that is, you cannot just say, hey man, that's just a lie. That's just a narrative. It's just fanatics talking or whatever. No, it's the truth, guys. Epstein funded the hijacking of Bitcoin. He also met and hung out with Zuko and a lot of the devs of Zcash. It's a mess. Look at it for yourself. I mean, don't quote me on it. Look at it for yourself. It's all there. So there was involvement, communication released between the Zcash devs and Epstein and the people around Epstein and Epstein himself. Adam Back, went to the Epstein Island. Like, what's going on here? Austin Hill, the guy who led the funding for Blockstream, took money from Jeffrey Epstein as read on the files. Like, this is crazy. So truth networks that aim to preserve true peer-to-peer digital currency, those truth networks are still alive and well. And so sometimes you gotta be a little risky in life to see something beautiful. So I'm gonna take you guys, because I hear water down there's maybe a waterfall. So I'm gonna go this way, excuse me. I'm a little risk taker, right? I like to take risks in life. No, if you don't, it just got done raining in the rainforest, and now I'm trekking through the jungle for y'all. See a nice little path over there. So yeah, Epstein funded the hijacking of Bitcoin. How crazy, how wild. But you know what? What I saw, what I lived through as a Bitcoiner, seeing how ugly things got, I always knew that there was something nasty, something nefarious, something ugly about what went down. It's sad. I'm not gonna lie. It's sad. It's sad to hear that, that what I've known, what we've been talking about, what I've been saying for years is actually true. And you know what's really sad, guys, for me is to realize that so few people actually are outspoken about this. Like, it seems like most have just gone along to get along in regards to the hijacking of Bitcoin. And that to me is pretty sad, because it tells me that the human condition is easily corruptible. Thank God there's guys like me that never gave in and have held true to the fullness of Bitcoin, which in my opinion is BSV. You find it in BSV. It has all of the opcodes that Satoshi gave us. It has microtransactions. It's completely Turing complete. It is a supercomputer where now they're programming AI using microtransactions, micropayments. So I think for me, truth is going to come out. It's already coming out, and there's nothing that can stop it. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I think Monero is the first of this revelation. There's a lot of interest in keeping you ignorant about everything that I'm telling you right now. I mean, you're talking about the Epstein files, right? Like, that is revealing what happened to Bitcoin, what the hand that they had in hijacking Bitcoin. I mean, incredible, right? Incredible. It's almost like it leaves you speechless, right? It leaves you speechless. Like, what do you mean Epstein and his friends funded the hijacking of Bitcoin? So, like, for me, guys, look, I stay true to pure networks that have purity, like Monero. Monero to me is the most important network because it is an easy message for the masses to understand that you need privacy. It is the message that BTC has been selling to the world of digital gold. It is true digital gold. It has true utility. So for me, I'm just very grateful that Monero exists. I'm very grateful that truth is coming out. I'm very grateful that we have good people in this world that have fought and are still fighting for things that matter. And that's something that is truly worth its weight in gold, knowing that not everyone is corrupt. Not everyone in crypto has given into selling their souls, really. That's really what it is. So it's a victory. And I want to congratulate all of you, every one of you who have fought for Bitcoin, who have fought for Monero, against all the lies. I want to congratulate you for, you're a champ. You really are. And I know that this world probably hasn't rewarded you what you deserve, because there's a lot of entities that want to stay in power and remain relevant. I know that. But that's why we exist at the Crypto Vigilante, to help you navigate through all this BS. Because, the truth is that our goal is to do two things for you: help you preserve your wealth, make massive gains, and teach you how to protect yourself, how to actually use blockchain analytics, how to actually use operational security in your day-to-day life to keep you away from the surveillance of blockchain analytics, to keep you away from the surveillance of Palantir. It's crazy. I mean, we are in crazy times right now where, man, if you really want to get out of Dodge, the time is now. The time is now. At the Dollar Vigilante, read everything written by Luis Fernando Mises, who has been teaching and helping many on how to expatriate, how to get other passports, how to free yourself from Babylon. And pretty soon, they won't let you even do that. Ron Paul, in 2012, at the LBJ Library in Austin, Texas, said, the wall that they want to build is not to keep Mexicans from coming in, it's to keep you Americans from leaving. And you know what? I think that is the honest truth. But they don't need a physical wall anymore. They have Palantir. They have flock cameras. They have mass surveillance. So as much as I'm a big blocker and I love BSV and everything that Satoshi has given us, dude, the time is now. Like, if hyper-Bitcoinization happens, great, I'll celebrate it. I'm pretty sure it will happen sooner or later. But you know what? I can't go without securing my privacy and telling you guys about how important it is to secure your privacy. I'm hosting the TCV Summit in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, this upcoming month. Don't miss it. It's going to be live streamed. Go to tcvsummit.com. Make sure you watch what all of our presenters have to say, because there you will learn everything you need to know to thrive in 2026 and going forward. Otherwise, I mean, it's game time. If you already haven't made gains in Monero, well, it's okay, because, Monero is still pretty young in the grand scheme of things. We're up against the Epstein crowd, guys. That's who we are up against here in crypto. So you need to realize that we are in a position of making sure you prosper, because let me tell you how this works. The game theory and all of this. These networks are only as strong as its weakest member. We're in a network, right? Your network is the one that matters most. It is your responsibility to learn everything that we teach and pass it on to all of your loved ones, friends, and relatives. This is not the time to be selfish. This is the time to think with abundance. This is the time for you to learn everything we teach and just spread it to everyone around you, for you to create a network of survival, really, so you know how to navigate, so that you know how not to be tracked and traced, for you to know how to actually enter into voluntary exchange without being under complete mass surveillance. And don't for 1 second assume that by using BTC or Ethereum or Solana or even BSV that you're not susceptible to mass surveillance. You are. And that's all being fed into Palantir. Blockchain analytics is there. So the game time now, the focus of you right now is to focus on, how do I prepare myself for this, to live in this dystopian nightmare that's already here? How do I do that? What do I do? That should be your number one question. If you're not asking yourself that question, if you're not researching this on your own, then what are you doing? Because it doesn't matter if you're a billionaire. It really doesn't. As a billionaire, you might be able to charter a flight last minute and get the hell out. Good for you. A private flight, that is. But if you're just a normal person, in my opinion, dude, if you're in a first world country and you have, if you don't have $5 million saved, I don't consider you even middle class, bro. Because one medical bill, screw you over, dude. Medical bills in the US are just heinous. And if you have insurance, if you have experience with insurance, you'll know how horrible that is, right? You're not really insured. If you don't have 5 million set aside for a rainy day, don't consider yourself wealthy. Don't consider yourself middle class. You don't, because you're just one medical emergency away from losing it all. That's how the system is rigged against you. So the dollar vigilante and what they've been teaching has been on the money. Silver's at all-time high. Gold also broke all-time high. TCV has been also on a rampage. Monero breaking all-time high. I'm just waiting for Pirate Chain to break all-time high, which it will eventually, because given the situation in this world, there is no other option than for you to seek extreme privacy. It's not even a matter of making gains in dollars anymore. It's not. It really isn't. Because what benefit do you get from having dollars in a bank? Are you crazy? You really think the system is there to help you? You do know MasterCard is rolling out its carbon credits, right? That's happening in real time. And you have all these monkey idiots at the BTC conference celebrating a MasterCard credit card as if it's the greatest innovation in crypto history. That's how retarded those who have been psyoped by Epstein either pretend to be or truly are. So what can I say, guys? The choice is clear. The number one investment in your moment in time right now is on your education. TCVsummit.com will give you a great start to that education. CryptoVigilante.io is the newsletter if you want to get competent in crypto, to get started. And if you want to preserve your wealth, that's also the place to be, because there's a lot of noise, man. Even I would say everyone's susceptible to even increasing the noise. I'm susceptible to increasing the noises. I'm a human being. That's why I gathered around me the best analysts that I could find. The first guys that chartered Bitcoin in the Bitcoin talk forums in 2010. There are TAs and a bunch of other anonymous dudes that go by Mr. X, Mr. Z, Mr. P, which if I were to give you their names in crypto history, you'd be like, damn, those are your dudes. And I'd be like, yeah, those are my dudes. Fucking champs, dudes that are legendary. And obviously Ed Bugos and Jeff Berwick as like the sages, to help us navigate this through with their experience. So my goal is to teach you guys, to teach everyone as much as I can about how to survive and prosper with crypto during and after the dollar collapse. Because again, the game theory is the following. If you become intelligent about this, the network itself becomes intelligent, because the most important aspect of every crypto network is the human node, what's in your brain. And it is a liability to the network. So I want to make sure everyone is smart as possible, because again, what we have that they don't have is called peer-to-peer technology. And it is in that peer-to-peer technology where we will always be able to outcompete, outlast, and outnavigate any type of technocratic encroachment. Again, I mean, if you want to know why crypto's here to stay forever and why we're in a position to win forever from now on, is this. And I need you to really lock this in your mind, okay? So if the case for crypto, the case for Bitcoin, the fullness of Bitcoin, not the Epstein vision, no, the fullness of Bitcoin is the following. It's that we have peer-to-peer technology and they don't. Amazon will never be able to give you or to compete with us in delivering peer-to-peer technology. Facebook will never be able to do that. Google will never be able to do that. Why? Because intrinsically, these entities necessitate for they themselves to be in the middle of every single transaction, meaning that we will be able to always provide better technology than they can. I know that sounds amazing, because it is. And this is why Bitcoin was hijacked. This is why there's such a war against Monero, where it's the second most delisted network after BSV, because it is true digital gold, true digital cash, fungible at the protocol level, private by default. That is why they hate it. That is why they give you a fake version of Monero called Zcash, funded by also Jeffrey Epstein, right? It's everywhere you see the same actors giving you a psyop version of what the fullness of that thing truly is. So I'm just really happy that, I keep having this thought come through my mind over and over and over again. And I'm gonna share it with you guys. I repeat it a lot. If you haven't repeated it, here it is. We've never been closer to hyper-Bitcoinization, and it has never felt so more further away. It really comes down to proof of work. It really comes down for all contributors, developers, and entrepreneurs to take what I'm saying, open up those open source libraries, get it with AI, and just vibe code the shit out of these technologies and create things that cannot be done in a centralized way. Things that are peer-to-peer. That's what we need, guys. Peer-to-peer technologies of all aspects, not just digital cash, but in every aspect of voluntary exchange, of digital voluntary exchange. Because, rightfully so, gold did reach all-time high and silver is at all-time high. Why? Because every time you sell me digital gold, I'm going to go buy more actual gold. Because if it's digital, what makes it special and useful is peer-to-peer technology. And the moment you remove the human action from the blockchain to outside the blockchain, you're just doing that to favor your owners, those who want to control your life, Jeffrey Epstein's friends, the banks, a la Ethereum, a la BTC, Epstein vision. Remove it from being on-chain, remove all interaction, peer-to-peer, on-chain. They want to remove it. That has been their entire goal. Off-chain, back to the banks, back to the financial legacy system where they control you, they spy on you, where you're their bitch forever. Because that's what they want for you. They want you to be their bitch. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. And it's time for you to take the power back and really embrace peer-to-peer technology. And let's be loud about it. Peace, love, anarchy.
Ideas ricochet, no permission, no stint. Borders dissolve, minds expand, every soul sovereign, every mind grand, no contract signed, just a handshake truth. Ancient wisdom reborn in the fountain of youth. Rules crumble like castles at high tide. Revolution lives where the dreamers reside. Golden horizon, the birth of the free. Echoes of laughter, the waves decree. Freedom is anthem, a beat in the chest. Anarchapulco where the restless rest. Anarchapulco where the spirit flies. New dawn, breaking under open skies. No masters, no limits, no chains to choke. This is freedom's fight, and Acapulco spoke. Anarchapulco where the spirit flies. New dawn, breaking under open skies. No masters, no limits, no chains to choke. This is freedom's fight, and Acapulco spoke.
With performing artist Ayame.
I don't need a muse or anything to do. Probably just get canceled cause I'm singing about the truth. Feels like we're getting wiser, don't you? Since the lies that they blew up, now nobody trusts the news.
Anarchapulco opening party on February 15th. Anarchapulco Genesis, February 16th to 20th. The Dollar Vigilante TDV Summit, February 21st. The Crypto Vigilante TCV Summit, February 22nd. Agorapulco, retreats, and other excursions, February 21st to 27th. Bufo and other plant medicines with Bearheart throughout the event. A special Iboga ceremony with Christoph Melchizedek from February 23rd. 2 Tesla plasma healing devices will be running throughout the event. Thanks to the Tesla Club. Bring the whole family. The Anarchapulco Family Camp runs throughout the event with activities for non-lethally injected, free-range, unschooled pure souls. Anarchapulco 2026. Genesis. Puerto Vallarta,